Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. So today's video we're going to be talking about how to teach your bird to fly and training things and tips that you can do while their wings are growing back. Sadly, Bingsu's wings were clipped when we got him, but you can see he got them back, he grew them, he looks beautiful now. And as they were growing, we were still doing exercises to help him strengthen his muscles, preparing him for when he was able to have better flight. And regardless, even with his even with his wings fully grown in, because he didn't have his wings fully grown in as a baby, he didn't get enough strength. So you still have to do these exercises with them, even when their wings are grown, to continue to increase their muscle strength. And every single time they will be improving, because when their wings are clipped, depending how many of the feathers were clipped, primary, secondary, tertiary, some people do all the way, it's going to impact whether they fly like this or if they fly going downwards like this. With their flight, they're able to take off. With clipped wings, they're not able to go upwards. And especially if they feel like they are in danger, especially you want them to be able to fly upwards to somewhere safe. Why are you trying to eat my hair? Just eat food. Oh, there's Mango. Hi, Mango. Let's go through exercises that you can begin. And as they start to gain confidence, because that's another huge thing. Birds with clipped wings will have very little confidence in their flight because they cannot navigate, they can't turn, they can't land as well. Contrary to belief, it actually can be very dangerous for them to have their wings clipped versus if they have full flight wings. The first one that you're gonna start off with, which is kind of always the basic, is the small drop. So you're gonna have them on your finger and you are just going to quickly drop your hands. At the beginning, don't do it so low, just a small drop, and they are going to get those wings flapping. As you do this every single day, you can increase the height at which you drop them, and this will cause them to flap their wings more and more. Sometimes it will encourage them to take off flight. Regardless, whatever practice they do in flying, allow them to practice this. Some birds will have more confidence than others. The next exercise that you can do is running with them. So have them on your hands, maybe on your fingers most likely, somewhere where they're not like cupped, and you're going to run with them and try and like kind of zoom them on your hand and try and instigate that flight response. It isn't abnormal that they kind of cling on to your finger as they flap and they're like, no, but regardless, it is getting those muscle wings moving. Mango just scratched and shook the whole camera. Yes. Make sure that you are celebrating any progress. Every single time this boy would fly, just point for him, fly. It doesn't matter if he landed where, the floor, the tree, whatever. Or indoor tree, I don't mean like an outdoor tree. Do not fly your birds outside even if their wings are clipped. We would celebrate, so we go like, woo, yeah, Bingsu, and he would look and be like, woo. So definitely celebration helped encourage him a lot too. Now, after he himself has had practice flying and he has had these exercises and built more muscle strength, this is where I'd start to put him somewhere where he wasn't fully like the finger, where they can, cup the whole finger and press on if they don't want to launch off. I would put him here and kind of toss him. He wasn't, too happy about this, but, I believed in him and he would set off flying. Sometimes he would land on the floor. I'd see him do turns. Sometimes he'd land on the furniture, on the bed, whatever it was, great. So now make sure that this is an open space so that they don't have like a bajillion different things that they can probably like bump into. They have landing spots. It doesn't particularly have to be a perch. It could be anything like, like an open space like the floor. Like I said, how are you hanging off there? Come here. It can be you know, the bed. It could be a small tree. You can even have someone else that they trust on the other side, ready to receive them, you know, on their arm, on their finger. And this will as well encourage recall training if you do have another person that can help you out. Yes, hello, 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 hello. Make sure, unless you have them trained about windows, to maybe keep the windows not so exposed, because it's possible that they might, you know, be panicking while they're flying and try and fly through the window and they might get hurt. So try and be cautious of windows. Now, other ways that I would start to get his wings flapping, and you can start off with recall training. Now, so many times, because he started to gain his confidence, he would want to fly to me and he'd kind of like get himself prepared and ask me to pick him up, but instead I take this opportunity to get him to try and come to me. So I put my finger, hi, no, oh my goodness. All right, well, that's gonna become a disaster real soon. So I put my finger close to him where he would just have to do a small jump. Now, sometimes he was a little too scared at the beginning to even do a small jump. So, you know, I try and encourage him. But in the end of the day, if I saw that he really wasn't doing it, then, yeah, I would just... Oh, this puffy man. Look at this. Look at this handsome man. Look at this very handsome man. Isn't he handsome, Mango? No, you can't eat my mascara. Once he was able to do even a small jump, I try and encourage a little bit of a bigger one. And he would have to flap his wings a bit to get there. So every single time, you know, increase the distance. And, you know, I'm kind of getting into recall training a bit, but you tell him, you know, come here and reward him with a treat. Even every single time that, you know, you launch them, just as forgiveness, give them a treat to celebrate as well. Any small achievement so that they know, hey, you know, I flew and that's good. With time, their flight will become more and more confident and they will start flying on their own. The more they exercise, the more they will start to be able to lift off. They'd be able to fly higher and be able to land where they want to land. Now, I hope this video helped you guys out. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. Remember that this takes time. With anything that I ever teach on my channel, it takes time, it takes patience. You're not going to be expecting results in just a week. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of us. Check out our social media links down below, our Instagram, as well as our Etsy shop where we sell tons of bird-themed things. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!